When Donald Trump ran for president back in 2016, he won because he dominated television news coverage. The same people who hate him now hated him then. But Mr. Trump was able to galvanize conservative Americans and those who maybe were moderate but didn't like the federal government the way it was operating. And he did it by constantly appearing on television. Okay? The Fox News Channel led the way. I was part of that on the O'Reilly Factor. I wouldn't have Donald Trump on every night, but I would have him on when there was an issue or a controversy. And I'll play you an interesting clip in a moment. We'll look back on that. Anyway, Donald Trump was shrewd because he had been in the media with The Apprentice and other projects. He understood the power that television, cable, and broadcast holds. Well, that power is now disintegrating right before our eyes. And again, most Americans are not aware of it. So it's not even a complicated issue because you have so many channels, so many options. And if you don't want to watch television, you have your personal computer, you have your phone, you can get any music you want, you can stream, you can watch 8 hours of one show, 8 episodes. You can do so many more things than you could have just 7 years ago. So therefore, a politician or anyone with a message has a much harder time getting that message through to 330 million Americans because there's just so much. It's overwhelming. So the March 2023, we're still in March, but the television ratings ended on Tuesday for the month. They are stunning as far as the decline of cable news. Now, I've been telling you this for about a year. I've been reporting on it, but now there's no doubt about it. So let me give you the numbers. So Fox News total viewership, March 23, this month, to last year at this time, is down 27%. CNN down 61%. That's astounding. MSNBC down 12%. But remember, MSNBC doesn't have a lot of viewers anyway. Fox is the big kahuna there. In prime time, and those numbers are prime time, by the way, not all day. In the 25 to 54, the younger viewers that advertisers like, Fox News is down 54%. They've lost half their audience in a year. 73% CNN, 42% MSNBC. That means that advertising rates go down and the companies make less money. But here's the kicker on this, that if you add up in prime time is 8 to 11, all right? All three cable news operations, less than 4 million people, homes watching. Less than 4 million. And 120 million Americans have TV in their homes. I mean, you're down now to 3-4%. There is one caveat there, that if a person says something outrageous, it'll go what they call viral. So it'll get picked up, put on the internet, on all of these sites, and people will see it. They don't watch the whole show. Okay, so every day when I report to you on the No Spin News, there are some clips that wind up on YouTube. So younger people, and I was perplexed by this until somebody told me what was going on. They know me far more now than they did when I was doing the O'Reilly Factor, because they're watching the clips on YouTube. But in order to understand the whole show, you have to watch the No Spin News, top to bottom, to get the context of what we're doing here every day. All right, and we have a large viewership doing that. But anyway, less than 4 million Americans are watching cable news combined in prime time. I used to do 4 million myself at 8 and another 2.5 at 11. when I was doing the O'Reilly Factor. We used to do 1 million 25 to 54s. Now they're lucky if they do 300,000. It's an incredible collapse. Now the network isn't as bad. We're talking about the nightly news at 6:30 or wherever. So ABC's total audience down 3, NBC 6, CBS 2, but CBS is below 5 million now. CBS News with Norah O'Donnell gets below 5 million viewers. I mean, Cronkite got 20. So the point is that Donald Trump and every other politician cannot count on television news to deliver their messages. And that's huge, particularly for Mr. Trump, who lives and dies by exposure to the media. So their campaigns will have to change. And what they will do, I predict, and I don't think this is a bold prediction, but they're going to say certain things they know will get on YouTube or the others, all right? Twitter, whatever it may be, Instagram, TikTok. We're going to do something on TikTok. I've avoided that, but we're going to do it because we have a congressman who wants to ban TikTok coming on. But anyway, I'm going to bring you back to the good old days for Donald Trump anyway, and for me. I mean, we were riding really high in 2016, and it was a controversy because Mr. Trump said negative things about Senator John McCain and his war record. Roll the tape. But the fact of the matter is, we just played the clip where you said he was captured, and I like people who weren't captured. Now, you know that wasn't correct. He was on a bombing mission. He was shot down. He was tortured. He could have been released, but said no because he wanted to stay with his captured comrades. Come on, Donald. You know that the way that came off wasn't correct.
Bill, no matter how you say it, what I said, including my remarks right afterwards, right off the stage, if you look at it, and Cheryl Atkinson is highly respected, she said it was very unfair the way the media played.
All right, maybe really that was unfair, but you yourself, and I know you for a long time, and I want you to be honest, you do think John McCain is a hero. I know you do.
I do. And by the way, I said it. I actually said it 4 times, and I said it immediately after I went off stage because I was asked that question.
There is no debate about John McCain's heroism. He is an American hero. Okay, so that was the tone of it, all right? So when Trump got attacked for the John McCain remarks, and he should not have said what he said. Let's face it, everybody knows that. And McCain didn't like Trump and vice versa. That's why that happened. But the media did ignore Trump later saying, well, you know, he walked it back, and they ignored that. Okay. But what I did in 16 is what I do now. I'm tough but fair on everybody. And I got to tell you, the amount of people watching back then was astronomical. We weren't on YouTube, so it was generally older people. Now that's changed. The demographics have changed. So summing up, people aren't aware that the television news industry is on the verge of collapse. They will come back a little as the campaign for 2024 unfolds. But it's not going to be the younger people anymore. It's going to be the older people, all right, 60 and up. They vote, so politicians still will use television news, but there is a profound change in this country. And you know who benefits from that change most of all? Biden. Because Biden can't do television interviews. He literally cannot do them unless the interviewer is in the tank. Okay, because Biden can't answer questions from me. Can you imagine me getting 45 minutes with President Biden? And I wouldn't be disrespectful at all. Can you imagine that?